Hey, you guys. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Lowry shared sad news on her social media pages today, sharing that her estranged father, Ray, has passed away about 2 weeks or maybe a little bit less than 2 weeks after she visited him for the first time since she was 16 years old. So we're going to get into it. And Lowry is being very vulnerable. She's very sad about this. Like a lot of people may not guess that she would be upset or sad. Lowry herself says she's even shocked at how emotional she has been over this. And she talks about the fact that her dad, growing up, she always had this idea of her dad was one that never tried, who never cared to be around. But when she met him, a little bit less than 2 weeks ago, he and Kail's aunt had a different story, that it wasn't all Ray not trying to be in the picture. So the Ashley has an article up. We're going to read it really quickly, and then we're going to watch some clips. We're going to watch when Kail met her father for the first time while 16 and pregnant back in 2009. And we're going to watch some clips of Kail actually sitting down with her dad while he was on his deathbed, asking him some questions. Now, I do have to be, I don't know anything about that, Colton. So no, I don't think so. I don't know anything about it. But let's go ahead. We're going to get into this article. We're going to read it really quickly, and then we're going to watch these clips because Kail, and she said this, Kail said when she went to question her dad, she filmed it from her perspective. Like she filmed her as she was sitting there talking to her dad, asking him questions. And then he was very open with her. He asked her, "Do you have questions?" And she was like, "Yes." And he's like, "Ask away, like ask whatever you need to ask." So let's go over to the Ashley's Reality Roundup, and then we'll get into the clips that I have that we're gonna listen to. We're gonna watch. All right, Teen Mom star Kail Lowry reveals her father Ray has died weeks after she ended their estrangement by confronting him on his deathbed. Yeah, I think so too, Lachey. Can I just say they look so much alike? Kail looks so much like her father. Kail Lowry is reeling from the loss of her father, whom she recently reconnected with after a lifetime apart. The former Teen Mom star announced on her Barely Famous podcast on Friday that Raymond passed away on September 29th, just 14 days after she made the trip to Texas to confront Ray about his absence in her life. As fans will remember, Kail had only met her father once during the filming of her 16 and Pregnant episode in 2009. That meeting did not go well, and Kail did not stay in contact. We actually have that clip. Let's see. Here's the first clip. I took the background music out. Hold on. Because copyright purposes, but this is her flying in to meet him. Shout out to Ariel, who has this on her page. I wonder if she had seen any like updated pictures of him. Because when she walked in and she's seen him, she's like, oh my God. Like maybe it was just like, oh my God, there he is. But I do wonder, I know she had pictures of him when he was younger.
Oh man. Where's, I don't know where to get my bag. You are short.
I told you.
You're short.
Put him, you're short.
This one fine.
What'd you expect? 6 foot?
We have Dunkin' Donuts around here.
Oh yeah. You like Dunkin' Donuts?
So that was when he initially picked her up from the airport. But by the time they got to his house,
when the baby's born,
things had kind of taken a turn. She did not feel very comfortable. She asked him, "Do you plan on being around when the baby is born?" Mind you, this is when she's pregnant with Isaac. This is literally 16 plus years ago, the first meeting.
Do you plan on being around when the baby's born?
The only drawback about that is you don't ever know when it's coming.
You think you'll be around more often now? This is not exactly the father-daughter reunion I was hoping for.
I feel like he didn't understand her. I feel like her aunt did disclose that he was born with some sort of brain damage or something.
Nothing. I don't like it here. I don't know. It's just not what I thought it would be. Like, it's just weird. Okay.
So that was on 16 and Pregnant. And then she shared this video the other day where she's talking about how she's going to go visit her dad.
Time when I was 16, well, I was 17.
I don't know why it always starts like a millisecond in. I don't know.
In case you're new here, I met my dad one time when I was 16. Well, I was 17 on the show 16 and Pregnant. It was on national television.
Very true.
Only maybe like 4-ish years before that, I found out I had a sister. Met her a couple times. He's dying now, stage 4 COPD, and my aunt, just his sister, contacted me to let me know, and so I came down here, and we are thinking about going to see him. So I got in this morning, and I'm gonna go to dinner with my sister tonight and see. My dad and my sister have lived pretty much in the same area for her whole life. So, wow, my legs are so dry. Just trying to see, like, gauge where her head is at. I have gone back and forth. I want to go see him. I don't want to go see him. So we'll go talk about it, and I think I'll get to meet my niece today or tomorrow, which is kind of exciting. Silver linings in a really shitty situation.
So she did say she met her niece and she was like instantly aunt mode. She was like, I didn't think that like I would have like a close connection to my niece. I thought I'd just be like, okay, I know the kid, whatever. But she said she had an instant connection to her niece and she felt like a bond with her. And she was like, I jumped right into like aunt mode, you know, which I thought was really, really cool because Kail doesn't have any biological family members really. Like she's never really had any biological family members around. Her mom in and out, barely, you know, barely. And then her sister, she's met a handful of times or whatever. So the first time, you know, meeting her niece, the fact that she's like, it was instant, like I right into aunt mode. So I love that for her. We'll jump back over to the Ashley really quickly, and then we'll watch the other clips. So it says in July, Kail revealed that Ray was on hospice due to him having stage 4 chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. Kail decided to go see her father and learn the reasons behind many of the things that Ray did or didn't do during her childhood. During an episode of her Karma and Chaos podcast, Kail expressed plans to go visit her father again. However, that would not end up being possible. Let's see. I think, let me find it. All right, let's go here. We're going to jump over to the Killer Network podcast because this is where she talks about getting the call, I think.
The day I found out, Monday was really hard for me. Like, it was weird because, like, I would cry and then I'd be fine. I don't think she even said, like, good morning or anything. It was your dad.
So her aunt called, and she said when she got the phone call, she was like, oh, I need to take this. My aunt don't really call me that much. And it was to tell her that her dad died.
Passed away. It was exactly 2 Mondays after I saw him, met him. Exactly 2 Mondays. So I saw him on the September 15th and he died on the 29th.
Some people have dads like mine that drop dead. Some of them have long battles with health issues like Becky. Some of them had estrangement, never speak before they pass away. Some of them recently reconnected like you. Everyone's circumstances that led them to being in the Dead Dads Club are vastly different. It was just one thing that makes us all kind of united.
I didn't think I was ever going to confront him. Like, I've just been mad my whole entire life and I don't want to be mad. Okay, what is there to regret? I'm back and forth on whether I was going to ask him questions or not. Like, I had them just in case. So then I was like, I have questions for you. And he was like, okay, ask them. Like, it was almost like he was expecting that anyway. I thought that I was going to have one more visit in me. But it's weird because I do feel disconnected from him, but I'm so emotional about it. And I'm having a hard time like understanding that part of it. Is like, I don't know why I'm emotional when I haven't had a relationship with him my whole life. But apparently Raymond was keeping up with me online. When I left, he said, you still look bad. And I would tell him I'm not.
Tell me why I thought she said her dad was keeping up with her online, which I thought that was, that was sweet that even though maybe he didn't feel comfortable enough to reach out, he was still keeping up with her online. But tell me why I thought she said, when I left, he said, you still look fat. I was like, wow, that was rude. But he said, you still look mad. You still look mad. And she would tell him she's not.
When I whole life. Apparently, Raymond was keeping up with me online. When I left, he said, you still look mad. And I would tell him I'm not mad anymore.
Didn't it sound like she said that? And Heather says, so she has a new thing to monetize. I think that is just like who Kail is. I think Kail is like, she's so used to like sharing things in her life that like, she's like, whatever, might as well put it out there. And two, if Kail doesn't share it about herself, like tabloids will. So I can kind of see that. Like, I think before I started doing this for like work, I didn't understand why people sold pictures of their babies. I'm like, what? You're gonna sell pictures of your baby like after they're born? Like you're gonna sell, like what? That's so weird. But after doing this for a while, I've realized that even if you don't put it out there, tabloids will end up getting it. There's gonna be somehow they're gonna find it. They're gonna dig, or you're gonna have somebody on the inside that you can't trust that's looking for a payday. So you might as well be the one to make the money off of it rather than a tabloid or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and put it out there, make your money off of it. It is what it is. Because I mean, if you don't, news would have somehow came out that he died. Outlets would have been talking about it. Then people would have been asking her, how do you feel about your dad dying? What do you think about your dad dying? She did say that she got permission from everyone to share. So that's good at least. Exactly. So I can understand, like, because I was like that too. I was like, dang, some people monetize everything. But then I realized, like, well, if they don't monetize their own story because they're well known, because they're celebrities or, whatever you want to call them, it's going to get out there anyways. And another outlet is going to be the one to make the money first rather than them. So, hasn't spoken to her dad in how long? Realized, I can make money off the fact that he's dying. Cha-ching. Yeah. I mean, I really do feel like, because she flew out there when she was 16 with the desire to know her dad. It didn't go the way that she thought. I think she had this idea of her dad, and it was not what she saw. So she moved on with her life. But I do think when you find out that people, relatives, even if it's relatives you have nothing to do with, when you find out that they're dying, it could either cause you to want to do what Kail did. Like, I want to confront him. I want to go talk to him one last time. He's dying. I need answers. So it can cause that, or it can cause you to be like, some people's like, I don't care. I didn't have anything to do with them anyway. So I'm not going to have anything to do with them now. So to me, like, I guess I understand it a little bit more now than I used to. But okay, so that's one video. And then
I didn't get a chance in those 2 weeks because I was still processing and still am processing like how I feel about everything.
Everyone's circumstances that led them to being in the Dead Dads Club are vastly different. It was just one thing that makes us all kind of united. But even that one thing is very different. Some people have dads like mine that drop dead. Some of them have long battles with health issues like Becky. Some of them had estrangement and never speak before they passed away. Some of them recently reconnected like you. So I commend you for wanting to talk about it this fresh, because I think that you're going to help somebody.
I hope
big
so.
time, especially someone who might be considering reaching out, and maybe they have a parent, or it doesn't even have to be a parent, anybody in their life, friend, family member, something that they're not as connected with as they want to be. Anybody in their life.
This is literally in my office. I'm the same way. Y'all see her pants? Has got like fingerprints on them. That's makeup. I'm sure of it. Because I have to keep like baby wipes and like dish towels in my office because I like do my makeup in here most of the time. Well, before I moved my building, I usually do my makeup in here, but now I have makeup here and up in my house. But yep, I noticed that. I was like, oh, she's got makeup fingerprints. Anyways, I don't know why that was important. ADD. Now over on her Instagram, she shared another clip that I wanted to share with you guys. I reshared it. I made my own little post. So Kail Lowry visits her father. on September 15, 2025.
But at what point did you just not call or mail stuff anymore? Did you know we were coming?
What did I make, Suzanne?
Yes.
Imagine where I would be if you would have raised me.
Did try to get you, but we should have went back. We shouldn't have just let it go. Because I think if we'd have went back, we would have found out that she didn't go to rehab like she was supposed to.
Wish that someone would have tried harder.
That's
But if things would have been different, if the adults could have just gotten their shit together earlier, it should have been like that. I should have been coming down here. But it just feels like nobody tried. And that's what's so frustrating. I grew up not knowing who you were. I didn't know you. My kids don't know you. I don't know how to let go of the anger. And I guess that's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to be mad anymore.
Man, the conversation was painful. I'm sharing it because even in the hardest truths, healing is possible. If you've ever felt, what did it say? If you ever felt what?
Call or mail stuff anymore. Did you know we were coming?
I want to get to the end.
What did I make,
It
Suzanne?
is sad.
Yes.
It's a sad situation.
Imagine where I would be if you would have raised me.
Did try to get you, but we should have went back. We shouldn't have just let it go. Because I think if we'd have went back, we would have found out that she didn't go to rehab like she was supposed to.
Wish that someone would have tried harder. But if things would have been different, if the adults could have just gotten their shit together earlier, it should have been like that. I should have been coming down here. But it just feels like nobody tried. And that's what's so frustrating. I grew up not knowing who you were. I didn't know you. My kids don't know you. I don't know how to let go of the anger. And I guess that's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to be mad anymore.
If you've ever felt abandoned or unanswered, I want you to know you are not alone. Okay, so this conversation was painful. I'm sharing it because even in the hardest truths, healing is possible. If you've ever felt abandoned or unanswered, I want you to know you are not alone. And the full video is on Patreon where she talks about this. And I don't pay for her Patreon, so I don't have all of it, but there it is. I think the whole thing is sad because she met her dad, but being young, 16, having expectations that he clearly did not. He was probably so far off from the expectations she had of her dad that it probably shocked her. Like, oh my God, this is not. And, she left and she didn't reach back out until he was dying. But if one of them would have just taken the initiative to try to have a relationship, it's on the dad. Once she become an adult, he should have tried. And he told her like he tried when she was a child, but he was told by her mom, you're not allowed, like you're not allowed. You can't come see her. You can't talk to her. Like the mom, Susie, almost made it out to him like there was like a RO or a PO against him on Kail. So he got like scared to even try to reach out because he's like, I don't want to go to jail, But he followed her on social media all of these years, apparently, which I think is like, I guess, it was his way to kind of keep up with her. But once she became an adult, he should have reached out to her because now you look at it, his whole life has passed. Kail has children. And he missed all of that. There was no and now he's gone. He's gone. So yeah, very sad. And I can't even imagine how who runs that? I'm very curious who runs that. Where'd that inbox come from? Because unless it's like Becky or like something from I'm curious. That doesn't make sense to me. But I have seen that channel play and stuff, and I'm like, how did they get that? How are they not getting? Is it Becky's? How long is this? Oh, hold on. We're actually looking for a little bit. Music. Hold on. We're gonna have to keep it small, so it. All right.
Raymond's. Here we go.
Going to Raymond's. Look at it. Oh, he's probably in a wheelchair, I'm sure. That's her aunt, I guess. Maybe that's the aunt.
Did you know we were coming?
Yeah, what?
Did you know that we were
Yeah.
coming here? You did?
Yeah,
And you were fine with it?
yeah.
Even if we have a lot of questions?
I don't give a damn.
He's like, I don't give a damn. Ask away. I'm done. It is what it is. Look, there's his freezer. I wonder if he's still got a lock on it.
Answer. He don't care.
What do you want to know?
Everything?
Start with, where did you meet Suzanne?
What?
Where did you meet Suzanne?
Where did I meet Suzanne?
Yes. I asked you first.
A bar.
Y'all tell me why I was thinking up in the club. Cause you know, Suzanne was a drinker. So I don't know why. I just thought it was probably in the club. I had no idea though.
A bar?
Uh-huh.
What state?
Yeah.
Mine, she was tipsy. Just kidding. Sorry.
Texas? Was it in Waco?
No, I bet it was in
Arlington.
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 How long were y'all together before you had Kaylin? Y'all were here, then you went up there.
90, 92. About a year and a half.
So when did you leave?
Leave who?
Me?
Pennsylvania.
I wasn't leaving you. I took you with me. That's a big deal right there. Well, they had cops all over me.
I didn't know that. We were out of
You
town.
didn't know that?
No. I knew Suzanne came back and got her, but I didn't know the cops were there.
Yeah, they had cops all over me. I went to Wiley. And I was in the hospital with her, and I was just sitting in there one day. I was just fixing to leave to go. Yeah.
Our house was about maybe 2 miles from the hospital. It was real close.
Anyway, then next thing I know, I opened the door, and here comes Suzanne. Said she had a court order to take her back to Pennsylvania. I tried to get her not to take her back. She had,
Pneumonia.
yep, pneumonia. And she was in a tent, poor baby. I felt so bad. She was crying like, poor baby.
Is
You
he
know,
like Kail? Is he like remembering? And that's why he's like, she had pneumonia. Poor baby, poor baby.
she couldn't get out. They wouldn't let her out.
Yeah.
And I kept telling her, you're okay, you're okay. But then Suzanne comes in and says she's got to go. I said, no, she don't. She got a big order. And she ended up taking her.
Was that the last time you saw me?
No. Oh, no. I saw you a few times after that. See, when I went to Pennsylvania to go to court, I'd always get you and go to a friend. And you'd stay with me while you was up there.
So when did you stop? And why?
When I stopped what?
Seeing me.
When I got a letter saying I couldn't see you no more.
You got a letter saying that?
Yeah.
When?
I got a letter from her attorney saying that I couldn't see you no more, that I was gonna have to get a lawyer and go to court. Well, I didn't have the money for a lawyer. So there wasn't nothing. I couldn't get a lawyer. I didn't have the money for it. I bought this little necklace for you. And I sent it to her. And then next thing I knew, I got it back in the mail. I got it somewhere. I don't know where, but I got it somewhere.
Wow.
It ain't really
Kept it all this time.
much.
So did they suspend your visitation because you left with her? Is that why they quit letting you pick her up?
Well, it might have had something to do with mother's attorney. We got into a big old argument. You remember that?
Yeah.
So at what point did you just not call or mail stuff anymore?
Oh, I know what it was. I'm trying to remember what was going on. I called and I talked to you. You was only 2. But anyway, I called and I talked to you for a minute. And I called you a couple of times. What was that guy's name?
Frank?
Yeah, that's him. He was always there. Always. And Suzanne was always worried about some girl that I was with, but she never was worried about Frank.
I called Frank dad.
Huh?
I called Frank dad.
He did?
I called him dad.
Oh, you called him dad.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So my mom and him were together until I was 7.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that better.
Did you know that Susie was an alcoholic and doing drugs and stuff?
Who?
My mom.
I figured it, but I didn't know it.
Wow, this is insane. Now, I want to tell you guys that he was born with some sort of brain injury. So I don't know, like, and maybe that plays into, maybe him not being there as a dad, and even the way that I don't know.
Now?
Always.
You knew she was an alcoholic, but I don't know about the drug part. Because you told us that.
Oh, she definitely an alcoholic.
You said every time you gave her money, that's where she went, was to the bar.
Me and her got into it one night because, well, we got into it more than one night, but she came home from a bar. She went somewhere, a bunch of girls. She came home about 3 or 4 in the morning, and she we used to stock the breast milk, put it in those little bottles. That way we'd have it if something happened. Well, we'd stock it and put it in the ice box. Well, she came home and one night and tried to breastfeed you that milk. She was drunker than hell. I wouldn't let her do it. We got into it big time. We had this big picture, me and her, and was on the wall. I grabbed that picture and broke the glass. Didn't break the picture, just the glass. She called the cops. Cops come over there. I don't know how she did it. She used to do it all the time. She was always easy to get red marks on her skin or wherever. I don't know why, but cops come over there and we lived in the 2nd story and I was downstairs by the car. Cop come down there where I was and she said, you tried to kill her. I told him, I said, if I was trying to kill her, I'd have killed her. He said there's red marks on her throat. I told her, well, no, if I don't try to kill her, I'd have killed her. There wouldn't been no trying to it. He said, yeah, I believe it. So he just told me and her would split up for 24 hours. And,
Wow.
and then I could come back the next day. And I said, all right, you good. And after that, everything was cool. But she always went to this bar. And I don't know I forgot the name of it.
The Pines? Pat's? The Pines? AJ's?
I remember Pat's. It was on like
a hill?
Yeah.
The Pines.
I think you used to live close to it. Yeah.
So then y'all split and then you went and had Michaela?
Oh, Michaela didn't come along for it.
Yeah. Apparently her mom lied to her about a lot. Like her mom lied to her about, her dad wanting nothing to do with her. So she just assumed that he abandoned her and then went and had another kid that he abandoned or whatever, So I don't know what the deal is with Michaela either, because he wasn't very present in her life either. But she did say she was going to get the transcripts, and I'm very curious. I'm sure she'll share that stuff. I'm very curious about it.
4 years.
1 year.
4. After me, she came 4 years later.
Well, yeah. 4 years, yeah.
So you came back to Texas and you stayed here.
Yeah. But we was together for 4 or 5 years.
Was that longer than my mom?
Let's just say my
boobs who runs this page and how they, I don't know. I'm curious who runs this page.
Longer than that.
How long were you with my mom?
We was there for like three, 4 years.
And then you're with hers for 5 or 6?
Yeah, there was a little gap in between.
Yeah, it was on off. It tried to get you, but we should have went back. We shouldn't have just let it go. Because I think if we'd have went back, we would have found out that she didn't go to rehab like she was supposed to. But I counted on that judge, you know.
She
to
didn't
keep up
go?
with that.
I thought she went.
Well, I think she might have checked in, but I don't know that she stayed. I don't think that she stayed the whole time she was supposed to. You were too little to remember
Yeah.
her being there. But I think I just counted on the judge, you know, too much. I mean, you can't get those years back, but
No, but
it was still. I understand what you're saying. I got
Like,
a
I
whole
just-
bunch of cousins that I don't even know, you know.
wish that someone would have tried harder. Is all I guess I'm trying to say. Like, I have 7 kids and they all have siblings from their dads, and to this day, because of how I grew up and not knowing you and not knowing my sister, like, if anything happened to my kid's father, I would put everything aside to make sure that my kids had a relationship with their siblings, no matter how I feel about the other parent or what the circumstances are, like, and I stand on that. So as a mom now, I have a hard time understanding why, and I don't want to speak for your mom, so I don't want to hurt your feelings, but why you guys couldn't do that. Her mom passed away. I don't know if you know that.
He knows.
He does?
Yeah, my mom never told me.
So I'm just gonna say
Your
this.
mother never told you she was there?
My mom never told me about her either.
It
Well,
wasn't
your
until
mom
she
may
reached
not have
out.
known though.
It
Well,
wasn't
they
until
both
she.
knew.
Or maybe I don't know. I'm just gonna
So I
say.
told them both.
Yeah, she didn't tell me until I confronted her about it. So I didn't know until probably 2010.
And at that point, I already had a baby.
Yeah, and she was like,
I had just met you.
I think Elliot was like 8 months or something. Like, he was young.
I don't know why they waited so long.
I don't think she was ever going to tell me.
I don't think my mom was ever going to tell me either.
What?
I know I told them both.
They weren't going to tell me.
Your mother probably told him not to tell you.
Maybe.
I will say that today we have cell phones, we have social media. It's so easy. I mean, you can go 10 years without seeing somebody, but you just saw them on Facebook. Social media keeps, I love it because of Carly being so far away. But back then, when y'all were little, we didn't have that.
No, I get that.
We had a landline.
Right.
If nobody answered that or it was disconnected and you were here and they were there, like trying to find somebody,
That's a valid point.
you physically had to go there and then hope that there was a trail when you got there. It's not like it's so easy today to
Right.
keep connections, because both of y'all were lost to me. I was waiting on social media that you would be old enough, to be on even social media. And at that time, she was
too young.
Yeah, she was still like
12.
12, maybe 12.
But if things would have been different, if the adults could have just gotten their shit together earlier, it wouldn't have to, like, my son's dad lives in Virginia and he spends the whole summer in Virginia. It should have been like that. I should have been coming down here, but it just feels like nobody tried. And that's what's so frustrating. I grew up not knowing who you were. I grew up not knowing my sister, my aunt that should have raised me.
That's a bitch.
Did you say
That's a bitch. That's what he said.
It is. It is.
Like, I had to explain to my kids what I was doing down here. And they said, your dad, I thought he was dead. Like, they don't know what a grandpa is on my side. They don't know what a grandma is on my side. They don't know any of that. And I just feel like the adults needed to get it together.
Well, my dad's been gone for 4 years.
But you knew him.
But you knew him.
But you knew him.
You knew him.
Yeah.
I didn't know you. My kids don't know you. My kids don't know my mom. It's really hard to build a relationship with my sister because she lives here and I'm in Delaware. So
Well, there's a lot of, I don't know with your mom because I wasn't here for that.
I mean, we don't, but I look at your kids and I'm like, imagine where I would be if you would have raised me.
Well, I can guarantee you, you wouldn't have been taken to a bar. You would have never been left at somebody's house for days. And
I
not
mean,
know
do you know my mom's like boyfriends and stuff sexually assaulted me when I was a kid?
by Suzanne's boyfriends.
Did I know your mom's boyfriend?
He's not dead. Which one?
All of them.
Frank?
No, Frank never touched me. Frank was always, I called him dad. He was a good guy to me. I didn't have any.
Wow.
It was the ones that I didn't know that would come between the long-term ones. It was those types of people.
Jeez.
I don't know how to let go of the anger, and that's what I guess that's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to be mad anymore. I don't want to be difficult and just mad all the time.
I think it's valid to feel how you feel.
I mean, I'm sure it's valid, but it's exhausting.
It's exhausting, but I think you have to feel.
I'm not going to show the whole thing, you guys. I don't know who runs this page, but I'll link it. And they have, I'm assuming maybe it's Becky. I don't know. They put a lot of like, this is Kail and them going down there. This is Alana's interview, Farrah and Sophia's interview, Elliot's interview. So I don't know who runs the page, and I don't know if they're like ripping Kail off of the podcast. I'm not sure, but I will link it because I did show some of it, and I'm not going to show the full thing. So it'll be in the description box or at the top of the comment section. But I'm going to watch the rest of this at some point because I haven't seen it. Kail's mother is garbage. Blueberry says, Danielle says, I thought Kail's mom passed away. No, she is very much alive. I'm not going to say alive and well because she's an alcoholic. She struggles with, like she reached out to Kail not too long ago. And Kail was like, I just don't understand how you can go all this time. And she's like, you don't know what my life's like. You've never been in my shoes. Like just kind of going off on Kail. And Kail was like, never mind. And she blocked Kail. Again, from my understanding, she's blocked Kail at times throughout Kail's life. Like when they've had, bicker back and forth, she's blocked Kail. So Kail did say, though, that she does plan to confront her mom after finding all of this out about, her dad not just wanting to give up and trying to reach out and sending her things, and that she does plan to confront her mom. The rest of the article, let's see. We don't have to read all that. Kail said she had only began to process everything that occurred during her trip to see her dad and didn't know how to handle the news that Ray was gone. She said, I was going back and forth on even going to see him and stuff like that. And the day I went to visit him with my sister and my aunt, I was driving down there with the FU mentality. I get to the door and then I cry for the entire 2-hour visit. By the end of it, I know that he said that I still looked mad at the end of the visit. That's what he said. And I said, I don't want to be mad, but you have to think about this. This is 30 years of what I thought was a betrayal. I thought you didn't care about me, just to learn that you tried to be in my life. It's like it's going to take some time to process this, and I don't really know, and I don't know really how to come to terms with it. Ray revealed during the visit that Kail's mom, Susie, had been lying to her for most of her life regarding him and things that happened in the past. After hearing her father's side of things, Kail stated on the most recent episode of Coffee Combos podcast that she is now determined to come face to face with her estranged mother. Oh, Susie. Hello, I like to speak to the manager about a daughter who talks crap about me on a podcast. Kail became tearful when she talked to Kristen about the fact that she will never get to see her father again. I thought that I was going to have one more visit with him. Like I thought I would go down to see him one more time by the end of the year. I softened up enough to think about it. Okay, I might go down one more time before he passes. And I never got that chance in those 2 weeks. Kail says she wishes her dad could know how much peace that visit gave her. I wanted to tell him. I thought I was going to have the chance to tell him before he died. So it's no wonder Kail has such a hard time dealing with how that's the thing is, like, I know people give Kail a lot of crap for, the different baby daddies, moving on so quick and all the kids, like, but she didn't have a mom. her mom was there, but she left her alone. She had her in the bar. Her mom's boyfriends SA'd her. Her mom lied to her, saying her dad didn't even care about her, so her dad was never around. She would go to the neighbor's house to get food at times because her mom would leave her home alone for days at a time, and there would be no food. So, like, after like 3 or 4 days, she would go to the neighbor's house to eat. Like, I mean, she had a tough life as a kid, and that will cause you some trauma, so I'm not shocked that she's got mommy and daddy issues. I don't know. She definitely needs therapy. I don't know if she's in therapy, but we all need therapy, and Kail needs her some therapy after everything that she's had to deal with. And I don't say that as a dig, like for real, So that is sad to hear that he passed away. She just went to see him 2 weeks ago, wanted to go see him again, and unfortunately he passed away. Yeah, her mom will not be home. I doubt Susie will have the. Oh yeah, Susie's probably not going to talk to her, especially after all of this, especially after Kail putting her on blast publicly. Yeah, I don't think she's going to talk to her. But anyways, you guys, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. This will probably be the only live that I do today because my son has a football game, so we're about to leave to go to that. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. And maybe when I get home, if it's not too late, I might do a TikTok live. I've got to go live on TikTok 2 more times from my desktop. So they will enable the ability for me to screen share on TikTok. That way we can watch shows on TikTok on my desktop, and it'll be a lot easier. It'll be screen sharing like this. Like you guys know how we go live on TikTok and we watch TV shows, but I have to like point my phone at a camera. At my other phone to play it, and it's like this little box. Well, if I can go live on my desktop and do it, it'll be like this. Like I can put it in the screen and play it. So it'll look way better. But I have to go live 2 more times for 25 minutes each to get that enabled. So if it's not too late, I may come home and do. My TikTok is Elle Bee official. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, definitely praying for a good game. We've lost our last few games, so we were 2-0, and now we're like 2-4. Started off strong and now not doing good. But anyways, you guys, let me your thoughts. Prayers for Kail. Prayer for Kail's family, her dad's side of the family, her sister, because I'm sure this got to be really emotional. You guys don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Also, come back and hype the video up if you remember to do that, because it tells YouTube that you guys enjoy the video, and they are more likely to push the video out into the algorithm and promote it to more people that are not subscribed to me. If you come back and you hype it, if you hit a thumbs up, and if you leave a comment. So if you guys don't mind, please do that for me, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.